basically, I cook for a living.
You say you're a cook, not a chef.
I'm a
There's
cook,
a
not a
difference
chef.
too.
I grew up in industrial kitchens.
Rachael Ray, the adored television chef who has delighted millions of people with her speedy meals and infectious charm, is currently dealing with a personal struggle that is extremely difficult to bear up with. John Cusimano, her husband, is getting ready for the unexpected after receiving a diagnosis that is both devastating and unexpected. In this heartwarming journey of love, resilience, and tears, we take you inside their inner world as Rachael fights for every last moment and John bids a silent farewell. This journey will leave you feeling hopeful and filled with tears. Keep an eye out for a story that will move your heart. For more than 20 years, Rachael Ray has been a household name all over the country as a result of her infectious enthusiasm, reassuring recipes, and calm personality. Whether she was imparting her expertise in the kitchen or demonstrating how to cook a straightforward meal on a weeknight, Rachael has always made us feel like we were a part of her family rather than merely a famous restaurateur. On the other hand, Rachael has been dealing with one of the most challenging circumstances of her life, despite the fact that she appears to be enjoying herself and has a positive outlook on life. Rachael reportedly received a devastating diagnosis not too long ago, which none of us anticipated. This information comes from confidential sources. In spite of the fact that Rachael Ray has achieved a great deal of success in her professional life, the story that unfolds in her personal life, which is marked by challenges and obstacles, is quite different. Rachael is hiding a much more complicated and challenging reality behind the happy persona that she presents to the international community. Her strength and her ability to bounce back from adversity have been put to the test in ways that the majority of people will never be able to comprehend. She has faced a multitude of challenges over the course of her life. Rachael's life has been profoundly impacted by the challenges she has encountered, despite the fact that she maintains a positive outlook and brings joy to millions of people. This is something that many people are unaware of. One aspect of her story is still largely unknown to the public, in spite of the fact that the challenges she has faced in her life have served as evidence of her resilience. She has, for the most part, concealed this facet of her character from the general public during these challenging times. In the beginning of this journey into Rachael Ray's life, it is essential to recognize that what lies beneath the surface is a story of both misfortune and perseverance. Additionally, in this video, we will delve deeper into the specifics of Rachael's life, conducting an investigation into the ways in which she and John have dealt with the numerous difficulties they have encountered together. Their journey is one of unwavering love and strength, but it also sheds light on the struggles that have been buried deep within them, which have shaped both of them. One of the things that has remained the same throughout Rachael's life is her husband, John Cusimano. They have encountered every difficulty as a unified front, navigating the complexities of their lives together. Together, they have faced every challenge. Before she became famous, Rachael Ray was born in Glens Falls, New York, on August 25, 1968. She was brought up in a family that placed a high value on proper nutrition. Rachael's upbringing was characterized by the flavors and traditions of her heritage from the time she was a young child. When it came to her future in the kitchen, the fact that her mother, Elsa Scuderi, was of Sicilian descent had a significant impact. After some time, the family moved to Lake George, New York, which is a picturesque neighborhood that is well known for its tourist attractions. There, Rachael's family opened a number of restaurants that served as the hub of the community. Rachael devoted a significant portion of her childhood to assisting at Lake George Junior Senior High School and learning how to run a food business. She worked very hard to accomplish both activities. Rachael was well known for her outgoing personality and her drive, but despite the fact that she participated in extracurricular activities at school, her true passion remained with the restaurant that her family owned. It was during these years that she got the idea that food was more than just something to eat. Rather, it was a way of forming relationships with other people. Rachael moved to New York City after she graduated from high school in order to investigate the various opportunities that the major metropolitan area had to offer. The candy department at Macy's was where she found employment, and it was there that she gained valuable experience in customer service and the inner workings of the food retail industry nearly immediately. After putting in a lot of effort, she was rewarded with a promotion to manage the gourmet food section at Macy's. In this role, she was given the opportunity to see more expensive food products. The hectic lifestyle of the city, on the other hand, fulfilled her yearning for a more relaxed pace of life and a return to her roots. Following her departure from Macy's, Rachael made the decision to look for a better opportunity, despite the fact that she had acquired valuable expertise. she made the decision to gain practical experience by working at Agata and Valentina, a specialized food store, where she worked directly with fresh supplies and goods that were one of a kind. Rachael relocated back to Lake George in 1996 and accepted a management position at the Sagamore Resort, which is a prestigious establishment that is well known for its exquisite dining. Through the application of everything she had learned in New York City, she managed the pubs and restaurants in that area. She combined her enthusiasm for food with her leadership skills, and as a result, she flourished in that environment. During her time at the Sagamore, Rachael's realization that many people found the act of cooking at home to be intimidating led her to make the decision to instruct others in the art of cooking. She made a series of classes that were centered on the process of preparing meals in a quarter of an hour. A local television station, WERGB, invited her to do brief cooking segments on their show as her classes gained popularity. Her straightforward and helpful approach won over the locals, and as her classes gained popularity, she was invited to do so. By the year 1999, she had become a fan favorite on the show due to the audience's adoration for her genuine enthusiasm and approachable manner. Rachael Ray had become well known in the community as a result of her lessons in cooking and her appearances on television. It was her 30-minute meal concept that struck a chord with time-pressed families who were looking for dinner options that were easy to prepare and quick to prepare. The Food Network recognized her accomplishments and provided her with the opportunity to launch her own program as a result of their recognition. This event marked the beginning of Rachael's rise to prominence in the fields of culinary arts and sciences. Rachael was a food enthusiast who was dedicated to making cooking accessible to everyone before she became a household name. She was committed to making cooking accessible to everyone. Her journey from a small town in New York to the beginning of her career in television was shaped by the influence of her family. The early years of her life, during which she was dedicated to and enthusiastic about cooking, served as the foundation for the incredible career that would later become a prosperous one. In 2001, Rachael Ray's career took a dramatic turn for the better when the Food Network decided to air her cooking show, which was called 30-Minute Meals during that time. This show, which focused on preparing meals that were easy to prepare and quick to prepare, was well received by a large audience, as she demonstrated how to prepare mouth-watering meals in just half an hour. Her approach to cooking was grounded in realism, which was absolutely refreshing. Rachael Ray's meteoric rise to fame was quickly fueled by her vivacious and grounded demeanor, which made her approachable. As a result of the success of 30-Minute Meals, she has established herself as a well-liked personality in the world of cooking. The show was a huge success, and it ran for an astounding 27 seasons until it ended in 2012. Rachael Ray was able to broaden her audience by launching her own talk show during the midday hours in the year 2005. There were celebrity interviews, food segments, and lifestyle advice featured on this program, which was produced by Harpo Productions and distributed by CBS Television Distribution. Oprah Winfrey was the host of the program during its production. Rachael's ability to connect with her audience on a personal level and provide them with useful advice and straightforward recipes contributed to the show's meteoric rise to popularity and its subsequent success in winning multiple Primetime Emmy Awards. Rachael Ray demonstrated her resiliency in the highly competitive environment of daytime television by launching her own lifestyle magazine, Every Day with Rachael Ray, in 2006. This was a significant career move for Rachael Ray. In the magazine, Rachael presented a variety of recipes, personal stories, and advice on home improvement in her own unique way. Additionally, the magazine contained a variety of recipes. The influence that the magazine had on Rachael's professional life and the environment of lifestyle media cannot be denied, despite the fact that it ceased publication in 2019. In a short amount of time, it became a cornerstone in the sector, attracting readers who valued her straightforward and practical guidance. The publication was published for more than 10 years, during which time it became an essential part of her brand. Rachael Ray demonstrated her versatility in 2008 when she entered the market for pet food with the introduction of her dog food line, Nutrish. Her passion for animals and her desire to provide dogs with wholesome food options were the driving forces behind her decision to enter the market. With all of the proceeds from product sales going to animal rescue organizations, Nutrish rose to prominence very quickly. 30-Minute Meals was canceled in 2012, after having been on the air for 11 years and 27 seasons. The longevity of the show was empirical evidence of the influence it had on viewers. And even though it marked the end of an era, it also marked the beginning of new opportunities for Rachael Ray, who had already demonstrated that she was a media personality with a variety of facets. Her other endeavors, such as her talk show and a variety of product lines, continued to contribute to the success of her career beyond the year 2019. Over the course of more than 10 years, Rachael Ray's magazine had been an essential part of the Rachael Ray brand. The shifting media landscape and the growing dominance of digital content are likely factors that played a role in the decision to end the run of the show. Even after the business was shut down, Rachael's influence in the lifestyle industry continued to be significant, as demonstrated by the fact that she had other projects that were successful. The year 2020 brought with it unprecedented challenges with the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic. However, Rachael Ray demonstrated resilience by adapting to the situation by moving her show to be produced from her home, which provided viewers with an experience that was more personal and relatable. Rachael was able to demonstrate her adaptability through this action, which also helped her strengthen her connection with her audience. During a challenging time in 2021, when the world was beginning to adjust to the new normal, viewers appreciated the open look into Rachael's personal life, as well as the ongoing emphasis on helpful and reassuring recipes despite the fact that times were difficult. Rachael Ray persisted in expanding her popularity, particularly in the digital sphere, where she utilized social media and internet channels to engage her audience through cooking classes that were held in person as well as online courses. This digital growth, which provided her with access to an audience all over the world, further solidified her position as a culinary icon with widespread recognition. The fact that she was able to maintain her relevance in a world of media that was constantly changing in 2022 was evidence of her innovative spirit and her commitment to exercising her creative potential. Throughout the course of her career, Rachael Ray continued to develop by engaging in a variety of new endeavors and placing a greater emphasis on humanitarian work. She continued to be dedicated to the welfare of animals, and the funds that were raised from Nutrish were donated to animal rescue organizations. She also began to take part in other charitable endeavors, such as supporting food banks and organizations that provide assistance in the event of a natural disaster. By the year 2023, she had maintained her public profile and gained admirers who appreciated her generosity and enthusiasm. This was made possible by her commitment to giving back to the community, as well as her continued employment in the culinary industry. The career of Rachael Ray is not showing any signs of slowing down as of the year 2024. Through her approachable recipes, engaging personality, and unwavering commitment to making cooking accessible to all, she continues to serve as a source of motivation for kitchen enthusiasts all over the world. Her enduring legacy as one of the most prominent figures in the food and lifestyle industries is firmly established, and as she moves forward, her work continues to resonate with audiences of all ages. Her legacy will live on. Her product lines continued to be well-liked, and her talk show continued to attract viewers with its popularity. In addition, she pursued new opportunities, such as collaborating with other chefs and brands, which helped to maintain the dynamic and ever-changing nature of her professional life. Just wait until you hear about Rachael's husband before you are impressed by the progress she has made in her career. The 19th of August, 1967 found John Cusimano, Rachael's spouse, being born in the state of New York. Since he was a young child, he has demonstrated a strong interest in both academics and the arts, which has inspired him to pursue an education that is comprehensive in nature. After graduating from high school, John went on to pursue a legal education at the prestigious Benjamin N. Cardew School of Law in New York City, from which he ultimately received a law degree. Naturally, he focused his attention on entertainment law, which led him to enter the flourishing world of the arts and entertainment industry. This gave him the opportunity to work closely with artists and professionals in the entertainment industry, allowing him to combine his legal expertise with his passion for music. At the beginning of the 21st century, John channeled his true passion, which was music, into the formation of a rock band called The Cringe. Although law played a significant part in John's life, music was always his true passion. John gave his all to the band as the lead singer, and as a result, the band quickly became popular and released multiple albums over the course of its existence. This garnered him the opportunity to perform as an opening act for legendary acts such as Motorhead and the New York Dolls. The accomplishment of these goals was not an easy task, but John was able to accomplish them through his perseverance and dedication. The fact that John was married to Rachael Ray, a well-known celebrity chef, was evidence that his abilities went beyond those of a musician and a lawyer. As a television personality who appeared on several of Rachael's shows, John always found himself in the center of attention. In spite of the many accomplishments he has accomplished, John has made frequent appearances as a mixologist, where he has shared his creative cocktail creations with their audience. The fact that he was able to demonstrate his capacity to interact with other people through a wide range of interests was demonstrated by the fact that his passion for mixology served as another platform for him to express his creativity. John Cusimano has never been one to make a public appearance, despite the fact that he is married to one of the most famous chefs in the world. It has been possible for him to maintain the confidentiality of his personal life, allowing him to focus on his many careers instead. Despite the fact that his relationship with Rachael Ray brought him to the forefront of public attention, he has never actively sought attention for himself. Rather than that, he has been content to let his work speak for itself, whether it be through his music, his legal practice, or his appearances on television. However, given that he possesses such a profound personality, how is it that he is influencing the condition of his wife, Rachael? It was a few months ago when Rachael allegedly began to experience symptoms of illness, which is when everything began. First, she thought it was just the exhaustion and stress that she was experiencing as a result of her hectic activity. Indeed, it is not an easy task for her to juggle a magazine, recipes, a popular television program, and her charitable endeavors all at the same time. On the other hand, her symptoms became more severe over time. Rachael was able to persevere because she is a diligent worker. However, she eventually reached a point where she could no longer ignore the indications. The moment that her husband John convinced her to go to the doctor, their entire world was turned upside down. Based on the results of a battery of tests and medical evaluations, it was determined that Rachael was suffering from a serious illness. Despite the fact that the specifics of the diagnosis are unknown, those who are close to the couple assert that it is a potentially fatal illness that has caused Rachael and John to reevaluate everything. Both of them have been together for close to 20 years, and their relationship is one that will undoubtedly be remembered for generations to come. They first met in Italy in 2001, and ever since then, the country has held a very special place in their hearts. That is why they chose to get married there. Rachael referred to John as her rock over the course of an interview. She stated that in addition to being her spouse, he is also her closest friend, and she couldn't imagine her life without him because he has supported her through all of the highs and lows. Her unwavering confidence in him has demonstrated that John Cusimano is more than just a supportive spouse at this point in time. In addition to being the frontman of the band The Cringe, being a musician and a lawyer, he has always been Rachael's strongest supporter nevertheless, even in spite of his own prosperous profession. Rachael's excitement about how fortunate she is to have John by her side, as well as John's unanticipated appearances on her shows, are just two examples of how committed they have been to one another over the course of their relationship. Nevertheless, as a result of Rachael's diagnosis, John is now confronted with a reality that is extremely distressing. The couple is preparing for what may be the most challenging period of their lives together, and according to those who are close to them, John is saying goodbye in his own unique way. So how are John and Rachael dealing with the devastating news that they have received? A number of individuals who are close to the couple have stated that they are making an effort to keep their optimism, but that it has not been an easy task. In recent months, Rachael has been spending more time at her breathtaking lake property in upstate New York, which she frequently refers to as her getaway. Rachael has been spending more time there. Additionally, it has become a safe haven for her and John as they work through this difficult time. This is in addition to the fact that it is the location of an infinite number of happy memories. Rachael has reportedly been focusing on her favorite activities, which include engaging in activities such as cooking, spending time with her family, and creating memories, as stated by her close friends. In spite of her condition, she is resolute in her commitment to experience each day to the fullest. On the other hand, it is said that John has a hard time accepting the possibility of losing Rachael altogether. His close friends assert that he has been subtly getting ready for the idea of living without her, despite the fact that he is not yet ready to let go of her. It is a painful situation to be in when you are dealing with the love of your life going through such a difficult time, and you are aware that there is only so much you can do to help them. Others who are close to John believe that he has been quietly saying goodbye, mentally preparing for the worst while praying for the best, despite the fact that he has been making an effort to maintain his strength for Rachael. Rachael, on the other hand, has maintained a very low profile regarding her health, in spite of everything that has occurred. Individuals who are close to her claim that she wants her supporters to remember her for the joy and inspiration that she has brought into their lives, despite the fact that she has not made any public statements regarding this matter. The way in which Rachael interacts with her followers has always been one of a kind. She has built a following of foodies who feel as though they know her personally, thanks to her appearances on 30-minute meals, her talk show, and other platforms. Her followers feel as though they know her personally. Additionally, Rachael's supporters are coming together to offer their love and prayers to her in the hope that she will prevail over this personal struggle. They are doing this in the hopes that she will be able to triumph over it. Can you tell me what the next step is for John and Rachael? We are aware that they are overcoming this challenge together, with the same bravery and love that have characterized their relationship for a number of years, despite the fact that we are waiting for clarity on every detail. Rachael has left an indelible mark on the culinary industry that cannot be erased. She has inspired millions of people to laugh, cook, and take pleasure in life, regardless of whether this is the end of her career or even a brief break from it. That is something that cannot be taken away by any illness. It is possible that John's heartfelt farewell will be a gradual and challenging process. However, one thing will be known for certain: love, passion, and purpose have been the defining characteristics of Rachael Ray's life. In addition, this is something that should be celebrated. While Rachael and John are going through this extremely difficult time, we are keeping them in our thoughts and prayers. We expect that you will shower them with all of the love and support that they need to get through this. Let us continue to pay tribute to Rachael for everything that she has provided for us, including the laughs, the fond memories, and the delicious food. Do not forget to give this post a like and subscribe to receive updates in the future. Additionally, feel free to share your thoughts and best wishes in the comments section available below. We appreciate you taking the time to watch, and we hope to see you in our next video.